What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. For those of you who hopped over from Lyles Movie Files, welcome back. Had a quick change of outfit, showing off my red Winter Soldier hoodie. So rocking that tonight. So what's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great week. One more day to Friday, and hopefully an awesome weekend, and another watch along with the Movie Files crew. Still trying to figure out which one we're going to go watch: Prestige, Collateral, or Crawl. So we'll figure it out and do that at 7 p.m. this Saturday. Anyway, hopefully everybody's doing good. Let's see who's here right now. Slasher Con, what's going on? 80s kid from the 90s. What's good? Action Figure Collector crew. Blake Tarpley. Hey, you again? Right. What's up, Afton Child? All about the villains. Yo, yo, yo. G Brew is excited about the X-Men 97 trailer. Watched it 10,000 times. I'm hyped. Got to hear my boy Cyclops say, to me, my X-Men got paid today. All in all, it was a good day. Nice. Myself and Ice Cube approve. James Green, what's up, Thursday Night Action Figure crew? What's up, Afton Child? What's up, Snake Eyes? Vin Doom, what's going on? Yo, what's up, Ryan? Again, I did Jamelin. You got to keep it fresh for every show so people don't think they're watching the same episode all over again. TCP Toys, yo, what's going on? What's up, Robert? How are you tonight? There we go. Good deal. All right, so clear through those quickly and fast. What? I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so we're going to get into that, of course. But I want to know, what did you all get this week, if anything? I went around to Targets, a couple Rosses, didn't see much of anything at Ross now. My stores are starting to become wastelands like how they were pre-Christmas. So it's sad because this was the home of a really great Christmas shopping stop. Now it's like, oh, look, they put out some more figures and stuff that no one wanted in the first place, and no cool figures, no new G.I. Joe Classified series sightings, no new Marvel Legends, no Transformers. One of my buddies said he found some AEW figures, so that's kind of exciting, but nothing on my end. What did you all get? Dark Knight 297. Yo, Jeff, what's good? I'm early tonight. Welcome to the party early tonight. Snake Eyes excited about Deadpool 3. Let the X-Men figure predictions begin. I think we can predict everything we've seen so far. 80s kid, my Walmart had nothing. That's unusual. A Walmart to not have anything? Crazy. Unheard of. David Thanos got some of the new AEW figures at Target. They look pretty good. What are the new AEW figures showing up at your Target? I haven't seen new AEW products in a really long time. And the few AEW figures I saw lately aren't even popping up at the register. And I just did not have the energy, desire to go through customer service and go, hey, what is the price of this? I didn't care that much. It was wild. But they're not showing much of anything. TCP Toys. I bought some diecast promotions trucks this morning. I bought a diecast truck for $93. Very expensive items. What's like the cheapest and highest that you paid for these so far? Jay Woods, Jeffrey, I hope you had a chance to get over Sunday. No, not yet. Still working on it. Hopefully by next January. Ryan, I've been picking up a ton of used Star Wars Black Series figures on the cheap to make original custom figures. We'll eventually post them, but it's a lot so far. Nice. What's been your best deal? And have you seen anyone selling off any Hoth snowtroopers? The Stormtrooper version is not the Hoth Troopers, because your boy could use some. It's pretty ridiculous. I have one, and it's just whack. I have one flanking Vader. G Brew. I bought my brother the Extremis Iron Man for $12.50 at our local Myers. Got a load of new shirts. Nice. What's your favorite one of the shirts you got? Ryan says super excited to get that comic Grimlock repaint since the Studio Series version is 200 plus. Yikes. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't mention that last time. And so let's see here. I think they were up on the Pulse. let's take a look at those. I was really excited. No, that's the auto converting one that immediately popped up. Hmm, that's weird. Um, that's odd. Let me see here. Color, comic color, Gremlin. Not on Pulse, at least when I did my quick search. That's really weird. Let's see. I'll just have to go here. Of course, it's not here just because I'm trying to find it. All right, I'm gonna give up. But yeah, I think the colors are pretty cool, and the shockwave is interesting. That might be the way I go with my shockwave. But yeah, I'm happy for everybody who's been waiting for Grimlock to come cheaper because those at least Grimlock is a really great figure. And I noticed they included the sword this time around. And that's kind of interesting. It's like, hey, we know you guys missed out, but here you go. And we're going to include something that everyone who wanted this figure earlier did not get a chance to get. Let's pop these up a different way so we can actually see them. Great. All right. I did find some images, if nothing else. So let's do that. Let's take a look at these great figures. Wow. All right, let's try it. There we go. I'm going to get a hold of all this. Let's pull them up. Here is Grimlock in comic book colors and really, really fun. I don't know how many of you guys were reading the comic book when it first came out, but it was so crazy at the end of the 4th issue because it was 1 of 4 limited series. And it was like, oh man, the Autobots have won. And all of a sudden, this big, massive gun just obliterates everybody. And it's like, oh, this series is not over yet. And then Ratchet had to be the man and save the day, save the Autobots. One of his major things that he did was reviving the Dinobots. So it's really cool to see Grimlock in these comic book colors. It's really fun and really cool. And I'm really glad to see it. And they're really neat. I don't need to get another Grimlock, but I think it's a really nice option for everybody who missed out on the original chance to get these guys because they're really cool. The House of Black, Penta, Ring of Honor Punk. Yeah, okay. I think my target did have that because I saw a Luminaries figure. I mean, the box was gone, plastic was gone. There was just like a little corner of the figure box, and I was like, "What was this?" And I saw it was a Luminaries figure. That must have been what it was because I didn't remember the little sliver of hair that was still on the shelf. I mean, it was like nothing. It was like a corner and then the Luminaries. So I was trying to put on my detective cap, trying to figure out what figure it was that got swiped, but it was probably their Ring of Honor Punk. And that one I do want, so hopefully I can track them down soon. All about the villains. GameStop had 3 Hush Nightwings today. Hush Nightwing figures? Which version? The Mayfix one? Because I don't remember I don't remember them doing a Hush one. For McFarlane at least. Devin, what's going on? I got Snow Job and Tripwire this week. Nice. Grab the West Coast Avengers on sale. Yes. Pre-ordered Kilowog 2-pack. Nice. What you think of the West Coast Avengers? Did you like them as much as I did? I was really surprised that they really did a whole new version of Spider-Woman. I just assumed she was going to be a simple repaint. So I was really excited to get her. Of course, I needed that much improved Tigra. Getting Hank Pym in his red jumpsuit was really cool. And really loved how Mockingbird turned out, minus a few articulation points. And I still need to get Tripwire. I've got Snow Job. I got the West Coast Avengers. Not getting that Kilowog 2-pack, at least for now, but that's really cool. Let me know what you think about those. Stickman. Picked up my second Mayfix DC fix, Cyborg Superman. I'm officially done with McFarlane Multiverse. Yeah, it is. It's such a rabbit hole that it's only kind of satiated because it takes so long for these Mayfix figures to come out. It's like, I'll get this $20 McFarlane figure. But yeah, it is a totally different world, especially when McFarlane tries to do his comic book take on a figure. And it's like, what version are you using for this? And I think now I rearranged some things. I think you guys can see I moved my DC McFarlane figures. So the Batman that I'm always saying is such an awesome figure I don't have to turn there and you guys can't see. He's right there along with Superman, Flash, Red Tornado, Martian Manhunter. You can see them in the back there. But I was excited to actually finally move those over. So I didn't have to keep going there and you guys not knowing what the heck I'm talking about. TCP Toys that I paid $58 for the trucks. One on an eBay bid. That's always good. They can go up to 80 to 300. Man, you got a really good deal there. Shockwave's the only new figure I got. Where'd you? Oh, now I have to ask. Which Shockwave? Was that the one from G.I. Joe or the Transformers? Jibru. Oh, Mayfex Gambit and a Mythic Legion Sorceress dropped into my pile of loot. Waiting on a few more things to drop before I ship. That's cool. I didn't realize Gambit was not just back up for people who missed them, but available to get already. That's cool. David's waiting for Mutt and Junkyard to go on clearance. You may not want to take that risk. I assume they're going to have another sale, and that might be the good time to get them. I mean, of course, to say that, and they'll be $12 at Ross come this Christmas. Roberts Infinite Realm says, I should have the cartoon Motu Classics tomorrow, according to tracking. Also should be able to finally build Bonebreaker. There's something when you can finally have all the pieces, and I'm very impatient with my Build-A-Figures. I just start, once I get the torso, it's on. I'm just putting the parts on the figure, and I don't care if I have everything completed yet. It's kind of fun opening up each different figure, and not at the same time, because I'm just really weird like that when I'm, hey, this figure's on my review pile. I need to write this one up. I need to shoot this one. So once I get the torso, I'm starting to build. I think you're going to like that one. That was a really fun one. I don't know if I felt like it was too small, a little bit too small, or just right to fit on the shelf without dominating everything. But I really love the head sculpt, and it was a really cool execution of one of those more unique characters from that era of the X-Men. Jill Rick Cage. Greetings, Sir Jeff. Work is slow, so I get to say hello. Hello. Hopefully, work stays slow for you tonight. Vin Doom found a vampire Robin at Walmart, which is shocking. Almost as shocking as finding Black Lightning there. Also ordered on sale a Beast Kingdom Batman who laughs with Hawkman's wings. Nice. Okay, cool. Those Beast Kingdom figures look like they're doing pretty well in terms of the likeness to the source material. They look pretty decent, especially for their price point. That Secret Wars pack is on Pulse for $25. I'm going to get it. Which 2-pack are you talking about? Tom Finn, 2018 says I picked up the NECA 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello Leonardo 2-pack from eBay. Nice. I feel like someone just found that. I didn't realize you had to get them from eBay. Danny Rue, yo, Jeff, how are you? Hope you're good. It's another week, brother. I'm doing all right. How are you on this fine one? Looking forward to your weekend? I am. Jay, we're gonna get there. That's part of the agenda for tonight. We're gonna talk about it. Jeeper, the majority of the shirts were X-Men. I can't really pick out of them. Got a few Ghostbusters, Godzilla, Star Trek, music and horror movie shirts, Mothra zip hoodie, and 100 pins inbound. What are the pins for? Grimlock and Shockwave look outstanding. Now we need Prime. I wonder how different they made the comic book version of him. Because you can go with the covers version or just go with the interior art form. Jamlin, I have the 86 Grimlock, but I do like that colorway, and it's an excuse to have them displayed in both modes. Stop trying to convince me to get this figure so I can have the robot version. Anyone see order the retro 50th anniversary Strongheart Dungeons and Dragons figure? I just heard about it today. Blake. Let's see. Here it goes. From my fine affiliate partners over at Entertainment Earth, I think they made this one a little bit cheaper too. And maybe that's because of the repaint nature of it. But Strongheart in his vintage card back, which is really cool to see, and colors. The cape is different. That's kind of neat because it's really retro, and the coloring. I don't know. I kind of like the whole done up version of the modern one that they released. This was kind of neat in terms of just hey, here's a fun throwback, but I don't know if I would pay $30 for it. But if so, you can get it from Entertainment Earth. Not a bad price at all for it. Nice job. Okay, Afton. Cool. Are you going to get those figures? Snake Eyes, I do think Mayflex is better than McFarlane. I just wish they would crank out faster figures faster. All about the villains. Brand new one from McFarlane. Blue suit Nightwing with gold logo. Oh, the Nightfall one. I got you. Jalen, oh yeah, I guess it could have been a Decepticon, but I meant the one and only Jadro Classified. I thought that's what you were talking about. What do you think? He's one. I'm like realizing that there's a few classified series figures I still need to get. There's Mud and Junkyard, Tripwire, Shockwave, the Valkyries. All of these are probably going to be on the big November, December Hasbro big savings special. Hopefully they'll all survive that long so I can get them then. But yeah, it's weird when it's like, oh man, there's still some I don't have. Lost in Wallace, what's going on? All right, we're talking about those DC figures soon. David got in the mail today the UK AW Chase Jamie Hayter 101,000, very popular on eBay. I should have ordered two. I'm on the fence if I want to sell it. Lunatic Reason, what's going on, man? Oh, Tom Finn, that was me. I found the Raphael and Michelangelo 2-pack in my local Walmart last week. We went to 6 others. Jeez. Man, that's a frustrating thing where you're doing a figure hunt where it's like, come on, can't one of you have it? Especially when you start getting in like that 4th or 5th trip. By the 6th one, it's like, all right, you got me. I'm Kurt Angle right now. I'm tapping out. I'm done. A Strongheart comes without a shield. Oh, that's why it's cheaper. Okay, that makes sense. Lost it. I'm going through my studio closet. I found my only MOC superpowers, Batman, and superpowers, Robin. I have loose figures of both, but it's nice to have them in their original packaging too. That's cool because my figures, especially back then, there's not a one that stayed boxed up. I admire everyone who has the restraint not to have done that with figures back in the day. Doc Avenger, what's going on? Got my Mezco Green Goblin today. I saw the Strongheart. It's nice looking, but the War Dude is really nice. Oh, pins. I got you, G Brew. Nice. It's cool. 600. That's a lot of pins. Do you get them for a good deal? Strongheart is a great figure, but gotta say, I don't like the retro packaging on it. So that's funny. That to me was a big appeal. Like, oh, cool. That retro packaging looks sweet. David Thanos, one more week for Dungeons and Dragons Elkhorn to get here. So excited for that figure. It's the best bang for your buck figure I've seen in a while. Nice. Figure Nerd, I'm currently collecting DC Multiverse, Mayflex, and Joe Classified. Do you ever get more hopes on one? Do you ever get more hopes on one line than the other, and then consider dropping one? Definitely not for DC Multiverse. That could not be the one that I'm too hopeful or optimistic on. I don't know if I really stopped collecting lines that are still going. What I may end up doing is going, well, I'll wait till this hits on super clearance, and then if it's still around, I'll pick it up. So, like for a lot of wrestling figures, I'm finding myself not rushing to grab them when I see them at Target or really Target, and not worry about it because I'll just, if I really want them, I'll get them later. And for the most part, I don't care enough about the modern figures to buy them, but I will buy Legends. Since Target typically has clearance sales every time a new wave is coming, that's how I end up doing that with them. So I don't really quit the lines that I collect so much as change my buying strategy dramatically for them if I'm losing interest in most of what they're putting out. Night Captain, any word on a new 52 Batman? None that I've heard. But, I'm not as in the loop as some other people, so maybe there's one coming. It's Todd, so I think there are pretty good odds of that coming eventually. Jalen, I've always thought Shockwave was cooler than a polar bear's toenails, and this figure looks great. It scratches that nostalgia itch enough, but he's okay, not a standout. It's funny because he's one that I'm like, how did they botch the front art for him? I mean, Helix has the SWAT van, and Shockwave is it like some waterfall? It's weird, and I feel like if they just swap those out, maybe they'll do a corrected version later. But that was weird. No backpack, limited storage. Bring that's not good. I mean, it's weird how some of them they really think out like, all right, here's all the accessories and here's all the way you can pack all of it so he can carry it. And then others are like, the Foot Locker is here for a reason, player. So yeah, Lost. Years ago, Jeffrey, I did an art commission for a fellow in exchange for those moves men on card superpower figures. I'm not really a guy who buys men on card figures normally. I also open my packages. Nice. I've been building my pin collection for years. The largest portion is X-Men, then Ghostbusters, Star Trek, Godzilla, Sailor Moon, and music pins. I've got them on coats and backpacks. Yeah, when I see people rocking them on their outfits and backpacks, I'm like, that's really cool and fun to collect on that. To Rick Cage, Shockwave is an awesome evil robot scientist. Never knew there was a Joe with that code name. Hasbro, what's with the lazy crossover? Is there an Autobot named Duke? It was so weird. It was like, wait, we got a Shockwave. And then they started using in the G.I. Joe line, they were calling some characters by the name of vehicles. So like there's an Avalanche Joe, there's an Avalanche vehicle, and it's like, what's happening? Into Me Snob, just heard some scuttlebutt. Hasbro is re-releasing Pit. You know, it's funny you say that. My first thought is, how are we getting the G.I. Joe Pit? But I can't find anything official. I have not. That's pretty cool, though. Lost it. Wish that McFarlane Steel was better, Jeff, but it really has a number of issues, especially the legs not moving forward. Hammer isn't good either. Want me to drop the hammer? Yeah, it was funny because they'll show prototypes of figures, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool and really exciting. And then when it gets in hand or we start seeing more pictures, it's like, what the heck happened? Like that Nightfall Robin, who's like towering over the Nightfall Batman, which you can see right behind me now. And I was like, what are y'all doing? And then Impulse, Connor Kent, Too Tall. It's like, no. And Steel was another one I was really looking forward to. And then basically every review said this guy's paint job is weird and wonky. His articulation is limited. The hammer doesn't work, so you can't get a good hammer time going. And it's pretty unfortunate. But fortunately, there's an awesome Mayfex version, so I don't feel too bad about not having a good one on that. And the DC Classic Steel still holds up. It's a great figure still. And if you don't want that one, the DC Direct one's awesome too. Lunatic Reason says, for the Kyle Rayner Kilowatt 2-pack, is Kilowatt considered a mega figure or regular? Pricing feels like a jump. It's a jump. And it's funny because it's like, okay, even if they were charging mega fig prices for it, it's still too expensive, which is wild. Let me pull this up here again. Because when I saw it, I was like, why is it this price? Kilowatt McFarlane. There we go. So it's $70, and $70 feels excessive for this one. And I mean, we got the same Kyle that we had before, finally colored in his appropriate non-lime green. Do you like this sword? This kind of cool. Kilowatt. Let's just do this. There we go. Oops. Let's try that again. With outer window. There we go. All right. Kilowatt, I don't know what's happening with his outfit. There's too much texture detail. I don't get why McFarlane wants to do this so often. This is a blank body. Don't change it. I think I read, or maybe one of you all said, that this is actually a reuse of maybe the Mongol figure. So it's not like this is all new, all different. This is just a wacky repaint, courtesy of our buddy Tom McFarlane. I love the head sculpt. I think that's great. But this pricing is not awesome. $70. I mean, if Kilowatt was a $35, $40 mega fig, Kyle should just be $20. So I don't know where they got that $70 from, but it's not great in terms of that price. Let's see if I was hearing that correctly with Mongol. Maybe he's not the one. I have to track this down to see where I thought they got the reuse from this Mongol, but it's not him. For Kilowog, if anybody out there knows, drop a line in the comments for me. Ryan Daly, it's easy to retain the trademark that they've already got, so they reuse names. It makes sense, but as you know, as a kid, it's like, stop it, you're confusing me. Roberts, that 2-pack is a bit much. Todd be crazy. David, anybody after the Wonder Woman Books A Million site has them for pre-order. Got BM me to one. Hope I get a chase. And they're pretty good about that a lot of times, where it's like people aren't even looking for the chase. And then, I found it. Barnes and Noble. So let's go onto the site here. Let's see. I didn't even know they had Multiverse figures in the first place. That is kind of interesting. I used to go there looking for figures, and then they wouldn't have anything new, and they were so expensive and never having any sales. So I stopped messing around with them. Okay, let's see here. That first go did not work out too well on the old search. Let me try. You said Books A Million. Barnes and Nobles. All right, so let's see how easy this is to get on their site. And Books A Million actually does have figures. So let's see here how we do. Goodness gracious. There's too many websites that have a bunch of stuff where it's so hard to just go look and pull up something really fast. Goodness gracious. All right, let's try this. I don't know. I didn't see her when I did a quick search, so maybe she sold out over there. But hopefully everybody who wanted one was able to pre-order. Dark Knight says that McFarlane Steel is a major fail. Thumbs down. Yeah, I wish they had done a better job with them, because I was really excited. You guys remember, I was like, oh, this still looks awesome. And he drops the ball again. That's the Kilowog outfit. It's very cinematic. We know Blake Chief would love that, so they're going to give him a heads up on it. Retro Robo, what's going on? I sold my McFarlane DC Multiverse figs out of frustration when my Green Lantern hand snapped off the peg just when I got Sinestro. Yeah, I'm never a fan when figures are breaking from basic use, or, oh no, it fell off a small ledge onto the carpet and still broke. It's not fun. Excuse me. Sorry. McFarlane has a real problem with just giving people DC figures in their comic book looks. Shaking my hands. I'm so far behind. Yeah, thank you, G Brew. I was like, what is happening? Lawson says they sure do. Is so darn frustrating. Lunatic Reason. Thanks, Jeff. I'll probably wait for a sale for, the price is ridiculous. And, they're pretty good about having sales on Amazon, especially their exclusives. So just time to wait. Figure Nerd. Anybody else go through that Batpod Catwoman 2-pack? It was really expensive, but I knew I needed it because I was debating whether or not to buy it for hours. I gave in. Hopefully it's worth it for you and you don't have buyer's remorse. Sean D, what's up? I love my DCUC Superpowers collection. McFarlane just doesn't understand the classics. The first place I saw Black Series figures was actually at a Barnes and Noble. That's wild. I do remember they had those there too. Cold Weather is the true supervillain of action figures. Well, I feel like we're dogpiling on old Todd here, but it's weak. It was like, whoa, you hear the music, the angels, the harmony coming through. It was like, well, wait a second. Wait, what's going on? Has he got it? So there was rumors, I mentioned this a while back, from different sites, and darn it, I can't find who it was. I have to do a better job of this because I ain't talking about stuff like I'm the one that discovered it, but I'll try to track this down. There's a master list of figures that were rumored coming up. Among those were classic looks of DC characters, what we've been clamoring for from McFarlane. And that list included Batman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Superman, not the smiley one, another one, and a Plastic Man. And today, yesterday, we got our look at these figures. There are three of them. They're pretty good, although I think somebody needs another check in on classic when it comes to Batman. We did get a classic Batman, but this ain't it. This is the new 52 version, and you can tell by all the gauntlets action going on here. It's fine. Double jointed elbows, and it looks like it'd be a fun figure to pose around. It's got the classic blue and gray color scheme. Wouldn't mind a little blue tight action there, get the full vintage look. Then we've got the bat knee pads, which are whatever. The boots, a little detail. I don't hate this, but it's not really classic Batman. Fortunately, we got that with the knife on one, so it doesn't matter. But I love this Bruce Wayne head sculpt. That's awesome. And I think that might be the best one we've gotten from Todd so far. Really solid. I don't know if it's enough to go, I'm going to drop down and grab this Batman figure, but it's a really nice looking deal. McFarlane Toys digital, that was to scare all of us into thinking, oh, these are this dumb NFT, really wacky gimmick of, hey, you can have your figure in your digital collection. I don't understand that, but I guess some people are enjoying it. I'm not one of those. But we also got this lovely edition Aquaman, and complete with water swept hair. And I'm like, that's cool, but don't need his hair suspended in air when he's hanging in the satellite with the Justice League. But fortunately, McFarlane Toys on their Twitter account said, no, don't worry. He's got swappable heads, just like Batman. So you have your unmasked Bruce Wayne, and you got your regular cowled up version. That's something I know we've been clamoring for, alternate head sculpts. If you're not going to throw in more accessories than that classic black circular stand, give us some more accessories. Swappable portraits is always a winner for me, especially for a character like this Aquaman, where you can just do this, and if you've got a blue background or you just want to put him in some water, you can get that accurate look. And I think this is pretty much the other one, or maybe even the movie version from Jason Momoa, but it's a classic-esque It's a classic-esque Aquaman, maybe just the belt, but whatever. So I think this is a really nice looking figure. I can't wait to see what that alternate head is going to look like. But the winner by far of this set was this guy, Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Could not ask for anything more. This looks great. Classic old school costume. Just so happens to be coincidentally what Hal is rocking right now in Jeremy Adams' amazing Green Lantern run. But this looks to be using the Blue Beetle mold, which you can tell from the boot cuffs, which sadly have not been replaced yet. This head sculpt is outstanding. I mean, this is Hal Jordan. He's got a little bit of a smirk going. Hair is just perfect. Classic outfit. I mean, you don't have to worry about any funniness because the shoulder area is all black, so it won't be funny with the articulation like it is with some of these other figures. The gimmick with this set is if you buy all three, you can get a digital Build-A-Figure, whatever that means. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't get it. I'd rather just have a traditional Build-A-Figure. All of these figures are going to have a digital figure as well. So, of course, the real question is, how much are we going to pay for the privilege of these digital NFT editions of these figures? I don't think asking customers to pay for something digitally warrants a $30 price point. I mean, we saw how amazing Hasbro did with their starting line of figures, and you can find now at your local Ross or TJ Maxx or anywhere trash overpriced figures are sold. But I don't think Todd needs to go too crazy with this set because he's already had that massive fan outcry with the Crisis on Infinite Earths wave figures being $40 for nothing. And If he can charge between his normal $20, 22, maybe I'll go to 25. I think this wave is going to sell big time. It's not exclusive to McFarlane's toy store, so you don't have to worry about paying $20 in shipping. Sounds like this will be available at all retailers, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, likely Amazon, maybe even Target, Walmart. So that's great. Really happy this isn't a Walmart exclusive because that would have been terrible. But sounds like everybody's going to get a chance to get them who wants them. These go up tomorrow for pre-order, so we'll find out how much they're going to be really, really soon. Let's hear what you guys think. Figure nerd. Anybody notice that Cassandra Cain, that girl's cape is wired? Tom Finn, yes, we're dogpiling on McFarlane, but Todd deserves it, and Hasbro needs a break. Robert, I'm sorry. I'm MOC on my NFT figure. G Brew, that's not the new 52 version. It's the rebirth version of Batman. My apologies. It's been a while since I read it. Michael, Kamel, what's going on? Man, I am ready for tax refund. I want to order the van. I didn't get the His tank. I want vehicles. Got the Fortnite boat for my divers, though. Need affordable Joe vehicles. Michael, I am really hoping for your sake that the current status of the van is not what it's going to be later on, because right now, that amazing, crazy affordable vehicle is listed on Hasbro's website, Pulse, as sold out. And I'm hoping they have some more, because this is definitely something that everyone who wants it should be able to get. But yeah, I mean, May 1st is when it's scheduled to come out. Typically, for Pulse exclusives, they show up later. You know this is going to be something that's going to be available and available over and over again, because there's at least 2 variants of the vamp that they can put out. And I think there's a Tiger Force version as well, so there's 3 more, but hopefully you can get this regular default vamp along there as well. Lunatic Reason, I think the Batman face looks like Adam West. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Slasher Con, might as well print out a piece of paper of a figure mint in box if you're going to do that digital crap. I'm not a big fan of it, and I don't think that really works well in the action figure collection space, because I mean, no one is going to do YouTube videos. Here's my digital collection. I just don't see that. Part of the fun is, hey, look at how I have my figures displayed. How do you have yours displayed? Who do you have them posed with? But having that digitally just kind of takes away the fun. G. Bruce says NFTs are the dumbest thing to come out of our Bitcoin culture. And Bitcoin culture was already extremely dumb. David Thanos, it looks like the Wave Rider head. I wonder if that's what they use there. Lawson, I'm shocked at the how Jordan Green Lantern head sculpt is as nice as it is. With McFarlane's track record, I expected Hal to be scowling at us like the Earth 2 Superman. Or the creepy smile of the Superman that came with that one. All about the villains. Plus, they will have 3 digital variants and a digital bath. Crazy. I mean, and I don't care about the fascination with NFTs. If people love it, that's great. More power to them. I just want to buy figures that I want to get, classic versions. And I feel like McFarlane understands, oh, these collectors want classic versions. I'm going to tinker and make them collector's edition. I'm going to make them gold label editions. And I'm going to throw in my NFTs with them. I just want to be able to go to Target, get over $19, call it a day, and be like, oh, what a great job you did on this figure, Todd. He does that, I'm good. If the NFT, the digital stuff is just a thrown in bonus, great. I don't want to pay $40 for it. Lunatic Reason, I want the new Batman face on the Nightfall body. Are you talking about the Bruce Wayne head sculpt? Lawson, Aquaman's head looks too small for his body, kind of like Firestorm. G-Brew, why is it so hard to make a smiling Superman figure? I finally saw that one in person, and the smile does look really creepy in person. It's this weird, like he's not doing the genuine broad smile. He's like, he's looking at you really odd, weird. It's like, I'm going to go over here, hang out with Lex Luthor and Brainiac, because you're creeping me out, Superman. And the hands, oh man, hands are massive. Slash it gone. Now that Hal Jordan is what I want. Lawson, that Hal does look great. I want that one. And no crazy texture costumes. I know, it's like, that's all you got to do, Todd. Nothing crazy. We're trying to make this easy for you. If you just smooth out the boot mold, we could really be in business. Just the comic book classic look. Exactly. They better not be 40. I'm with you, David. Tomfin, I'm so confused. So is 3PO. These are real figures and NFTs? Yes. So we got the figure. Figures coming, and then there's going to be a NFT, whatever, then a digital version of the figure. I don't know if you've been getting the emails about this when you sign up with McFarlane because you bought something over there, but they're always hyping the latest digital figure that you can buy. I really think they're trying to push it and be like, this is the future of collecting. It's not. And if you buy all three, and I don't know if they're going to have flag points. We just talked about this earlier this week, but you're also going to be able to get a digital Build-A-Figure. So in hand, you're going to have three figures if you bought all three. And then in the digital collection space, you have your digital variants, your standard versions of these characters, and a Build-A-Figure, which you won't be able to do anything with. It's just weird. Rick Cage, verse gets massively cherry-picked by me. I'm not a 7-inch fan, except to wedge those figures into my DC Classics. Diana and John Jones stand taller in this fashion, as they should. Bigger nerd, Jeffrey, you seem like a diehard DC fan. I don't always like the DC animated art style, but I love the cartoons. Which ones do you recommend watching? I'm just curious. For the cartoons, Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, really good. Flashpoint was exceptional. The new Teen Titans, Judas Contract was great. Superman, The Death of Superman, not Superman Doomsday, also really good. Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Under the Red Hood, a lot of Batman stuff is pretty good. Those are the ones that are immediately coming to mind. I really wish I could recommend Hush, but they did a twist that was totally unnecessary. Oh yeah, The Long Halloween, exceptional. That one they did pretty much close to the comic book, and shockingly, as a result, it's one of their better ones. G-Brew, that house smirk is executed a lot better than the one on the X-Men 97 Cyclops. NFT figures. Somehow Todd managed to make NFTs even stupider. How did he even manage that? Thought NFTs were banned. Banned? I'm not sure about that. Snake Eyes? Dark Knight 297. McFarlane line is mad lazy. They just repaint old body bucks and put a new head sculpt on it. I mean, that's like a standard practice. I mean, since I've been collecting action figures. I mean, G.I. Joe, the original wave, had characters who were all different because they swapped the same 4 head sculpts onto different head or bodies, put on some different accessories, and called it a new figure. I ate it up. Yeah, I knew Short Fuse and Flash had the same exact head, but you slap that helmet on, slap the visor, another figure. And I mean, Marvel Legends does it. Both versions. I mean, I'll never forget that Wonder Man having the exact same physique as Black Panther. That was really weird. Like, hey, maybe this repaint isn't where it's at. And Hasbro does it all the time. Mattel does it with their WWE Masters of the Universe line. It's not the issue about reuse. That's fine. And I don't need individual sculpts for every character. What I want are sensible uses of those parts. So, for example, like this amazing Green Lantern. He's awesome, but McFarlane needs to invest the time it takes an intern to go, hey, here's a boot mold that doesn't have the cuff around it. Let's use this as our base default mold for every character who doesn't use a boot cuff. Or just design Blue Beetle without the boot cuff. He's one character that uses it, where every other one doesn't need it. So to get one figure kind of right, 10, 15 other figures aren't. That's where he messes up in terms of allocating the right body parts, figures, selections for characters. But I don't care about the reuse. just do it right. I feel like that's probably something where companies could reach out a little bit better, search forums, watch different channels to get like, oh, that body part is not making sense. Let's stop using it. Or just reach out to people, people who are really passionate about brands and go, yeah, here are the parts we're thinking of using. No, those who have that encyclopedic knowledge of the parts, like, actually, this combination makes more sense to make this character. Use them. So like Martian Manhunter uses the buffer Brainiac mold, so he's bigger if he's not as tall. That way he looks more formidable than just chilling and hanging out. I don't know. Slasher Con says, I too cherry pick McFarlane figs, but I really want to fill out my Justice League collection with whom I consider my essentials. I'm with you. Yes, Hal and Aquaman are not exclusive to Todd's site. You can get them from Big Bad, etc. Let me see how hard it would be to try to track down their Twitter site, because they were actually answering a bunch of questions people had. I think they knew they were going to get all kinds of grief from people going and like, what the heck is going on with this foolishness with these digital parts? What's happening? And then when, they came through and were like, no, actually, this is what's going on. People were okay. They were like, all right, cool. My questions and concerns have been answered and addressed. Let's see here. I felt like they were answering people's questions. Maybe that was on their, darn it. I guess that was on their Instagram. I'll have to go back through on that one. But they were answering questions there and explaining and breaking it down. So that was cool. No issues there. Chief says, I need that. Which one do you need? The Green Lantern? I figured you would. You might want the Kilowog too. X, sorry about your Niners, bro. I'm sorry too. So sorry. $40 collect to disconnect. Is that a bid? Jalen Park, let's include a digital Build-A-Figure. We can even charge a little more. Our middle-aged fans who collect plastic toys and many still buy physical media will absolutely eat these up. You know it. Ski Raider, digital baths, I'll never be late again. I promise. I've ended up in the wrong parallel universe. Laughing out loud. Oh, noes. Lawson, man, I hope there's an NFT Build-A-Figure. Said no one ever. I don't even know how you build something digitally. That is like, am I going to take my digital parts from the Flash figure and attach them? I mean, how do you even do that? So weird. James, actually, I take that comment back. Maybe they're aiming at that grandmother buying a gift for a kid. She's definitely a mark for the digital figure. Lawson, Superman's smile in that figure is creepy. Like he's using his X-ray vision to look at you in the shower or something. Maybe he's checking out. Maybe he just returned from Krypton and he's like staring outside Lois's place and seeing her get ready for bed. I hated Superman Returns, by the way. Just terrible. Judge Dreds, what's up, man? How you doing? Figure, y'all know that with the digital figures, you can pose them and change the position of the camera, and I think the lighting. I did not. Thank you. At least there's something with it. Not that I jumped in on any digital speakers. They should jokerize the creepy smiling Superman. Lunatic Reason, what makes you think they haven't already got that one all set to roll out? It's going to be a Target clearance edition coming to your stores really soon. Jamie, with all that said, that Hal Jordan is an instant buy for me. The other two are maybes. Call me maybe. They depend on the alternate heads and if I see them in person. You can pose them, says Figure. All about the villains. I was watching Todd live stream talking about this, and he said he wants to give everyone a physical fig and a digital fig for the price of what people think a digital would cost. Kind of cryptic in his wording. I think a digital figure should be free. I cannot wait to get this Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Batman for free. Here's my digital money that I'm using to pay for these figures. Sheesh. But what about our articulation? Apparently you can pose them. Although you won't be the one posing it. Figure Nerd. He has his own Batcave where he uses algorithms to decide what and how to sell. That would make more sense, actually. Lawson, I think Hasbro should one up McFarlane by offering free pretend figures with each of their regular figures. You get Namorita, but you also got pretend Namorita. That's your wanted figure free. Wrong shirt, right NFT. Oh man, maybe that's what they're going to show off on Tuesday's live stream. Doc Avenger, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. That was pretty decent too. I agree. David Thanos, both parts of Justice League Dark movie were good also. I hope you're not talking about that last one. I could not stand that one. Just killed off all the good characters. Tom Finn, will the NFTs have extensive reuse as well? Probably. Jay Wood says, not fun toys. That's pretty good. Doc Avenger, I really loved Young Justice 1 and 2. Seasons 3 and 4, or 3, were really dicey for me. Ski Raider, Brainiac figure is at it again. Lex, this digital NFT scheme will capture us as digital bath. Let's hope it will be Soups at one point. Into me snob. You rag on NFTs, but remember at one point in time, we used to have physical music collections. Now it's all digital. I wish I could pull out my CDs, which are not that far away from me. I could just reach over on the other side there and pull over my Blu-rays. But yeah, I'm too old to change on that kind of thing. I don't like the sense that someone could actually snatch what I'm enjoying. Or what I watched this. Sorry, the window for that is gone. You'll have to go to another streaming option, which is now purchase the rights. I'm so good, but I am very old school. I freely admit that. And some stuff I'm just not going to, like digital comic books all right there, omnibus, you name it, not shifting away because they want to go to another one. Judge Dredd is like me. Let's still have vinyl. We do have a record player. Don't really play it, but we do have it. What's up, Patrick? How are you tonight? In Beltran, what's up, Jeff? Ended up picking starting lineup Curry and LeBron for $12 each at Marshalls. Yeah, I hope you were able to still find the basketball hoop, because if you're getting them, I think maybe Marshalls or TJ Maxx has them. And if you're not finding more of them, TJ Maxx, hit them up too. Flashpoint was great. I love Flashpoint. That was really good. I hope I mentioned that. Eddie's kid says the only McFarlane figure I'm getting is the 89 set. They're better figures than just that one. Palace Swap is a toy industry hobby standard. 3 words: Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker. Yeah, this is very true. John Battle, what's up, collector fam? Are there any new IPs I should look into? I did get the Platinum Steel at Target this week. Oh, well, congratulations. Are you going to get the regular version? Because I feel like people are using the Platinum version and creating a more authentic, classic-esque steel using the cape, the traditional release cape, and hooking that up. Henry G. Hey, Jeff, how goes it, my friend? Doing pretty good, Henry. How about you on this fine Thursday night we got here? Ski Raider, at least the scale better be right with digital figures. You know it's going to be off. You know, Blue Beetle is going to be towering over Superman just because. G-Brew, hey, I'm not middle-aged. Well, not till next Wednesday anyway. Happy early birthday. Henry G, yes, like you said, McFarlane's problem is not reuse, per se. It's a lazy reuse. Oh, and atrocious scaling issues. The scaling issues. Mind-blowing. It's like that should just not be a problem with figures coming out in 2024. I mean, that shouldn't have been a problem back in the 90s, but for real, right now, it's like, come on, dude. You know Tim Drake's a teenager hanging out with Batman. He shouldn't be eye to eye with him. That just isn't the case even right now in comic books. Judge Dredd, Mayflex is 3 times the cost. It better be better. Well, they are. Blake Tarpley, I have every figure I've ever wanted in their costumes in my mind. Retro Robo says maybe the digital figures will be spare parts 3D print to replace the fragile ones he sold us. That was funny. Lost it. I still listen to CDs, still watch DVDs and Blu-rays, and I don't own a cell phone. That's impressive. Get off my lawn, John Battle. I kept my CD collection. Me too. I mean, like, nah, guys. Sorry, not trading that out and selling it. And then, oops, iTunes has lost everything. Nope. And Beltran, watch the Laos Movie Files video. We talked about that pretty good detail. We did that earlier at 7:05. We'll probably talk more about it next week on Movie Files every Wednesday normally. So yeah, you can check that on that one. X, what did you think of Red Sun Superman? Really like that figure. I thought it was cool. Definitely missing the double jointed elbow articulation. I think the knee joints had double knees, if I remember that properly. I did review it, so let me go to my site and find that really fast. There we go. So let's see here. I did like it. It was pretty fun. And this is when he was like, all right, let me just see how many of these variants I can get away with. But I thought this was cool. Yeah, it definitely had single joints. I love that. I love this head sculpt. I thought it worked really well for this. Yeah, I really like this figure. He was still using the Action Comics 1000 mold. So, excuse me, these really weird cuffs that were not sensible at all for this. But comparing it to, you can see it doesn't have the same poppy colors, but the hammer and sickle look great. Hammer and sickle, I mean, going Red Sun, Superman, Winter Soldier, shout out all around. So I thought this was a really good figure, and I think if you can track it down without having to pay a whole lot, it's a really worthwhile purchase. Dr. Bender, hey guys, looks like Pulse is using UPS for shipping now instead of FedEx, so be careful and keep a better eye out for your deliveries. Oh, that's not good. I really like the FedEx. The FedEx people actually place it down. They don't put a bow in a soda like the Amazon delivery folks, but FedEx is normally pretty good with my stuff when they drop it off. Your URCC reviews. I feel like I should say that a different way. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I bought the regular, but I can't stand. Yeah, I think that Lawson was saying there's some serious problems with that steel. So hopefully everybody who wants them will get them okay. Doc Vendor was shocked when they shipped my Night Force Tunnel Rat ISPS. That's not great. Into me snob. I'm old school too, but I purchased music on Apple and forgot my password, and the email to it was defunct. Almost lost all that music. Exactly. See, that I can't mess around with it. TJ Jedi, definitely about that vinyl life. That makes sense. Sean D says, hey Jeff, which classified figures are you most looking forward to in 2024? You didn't say which one, so I'll cheat. The Vamp with Clutch, Scarlet Duke, Quick Kick, Doc, Alpine. So I'll do two more to keep it within reason. The Inevitable Flash. Hopefully we have him soon. And what else do I want to see? Maybe Leatherneck. He could be a cool figure. And I like to see how they did him. I assume he'll be on that taller, bigger, broader mold. And that would be another step closer to getting the Rise Serpentor Arise lineup done. What are some of you looking for? Kelly Cox. Hey, Jeff. Hey, everyone. I missed the Batgirl release. How does she scale, I wonder? Apparently not great. So, yeah, that may be a problem. Lost it. I can't think of any other action figure line that has scale issues like McFarlane's Multiverse line. Don't get it. I don't think he cares enough. I mean, we were complaining a lot with Hasbro. You know, hey, Scarlet Witch and every other female figure with heels is too tall. Eventually, they figured out and started lowering the size so they're not, hey, Vision, how you doing, little guy? So I think they've addressed it. I don't know why McFarlane has such trouble especially for something with DC. I mean, there are very clear, distinct heights. If you just stuck with a basic 3 or 4 scale, you got your teenagers, all your sidekicks, smallest scale. Then you go with your just out of sidekick Teen Titans, New Teen Titans, Nightwing, Flash, Wally West, Donna Troy, Cyborg. They're that scale. Then you're adults. You just keep everybody pretty much on that one. So Blue Beetle can be shorter than Superman, but relatively around the same height. And then you go with your giant, bigger characters, your Kilowog, your Darkseid. Do it like that. Instead, they're like all over. Batman's can be taller than Superman. Superman's can be smaller than Blue Beetle. It's anarchy in the scale realm in McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. Say with Thanos, the closest thing to digital I play at home is my iPod. Same. Red Sun does look good. He's a fun figure. I like him a lot. John says, my Todd McFarlane needs to get away from the pin joints and his bath waves suck. The Dark Allfather bath, the arm peg broke when I tried it. That's terrible. I haven't heard that problem before. That's the worst. Because I feel like sometimes when you're trying to put those pieces in, even with Marvel figures, it's like, are you going to mess up? And they never do. But that's terrible that when you're just trying to put it together, it doesn't work. X, maybe Mayfair should take a crack at Red Sun. I mean, they will eventually, I'm sure, but I need them to stay focused on the comic book arcs that they've already started. And then get to Red Sun, whatever. Maybe like 2030. Lawson says, when I did work for DC Comics licensing, I always used FedEx because they always delivered and never lost packages. Hey, FedEx, if you want to holler at me about being a sponsor, I got you. Can't say that about UPS, etc. Nemesis Enforcer. Yeah, I think he'll be a fun one too, Doc. Dark Knight 29/7 says, funny how Marvel Legends gave us a better Wonder Woman than McFarlane did with Power Princess. She just needs a repaint and custom lasso. Sean D, I can't wait for Retro Duke and Scarlet. My shelf has never felt right without them. Yeah, I've got the original Classified series Scarlet. She's fine, but I'm really looking forward to that new one. That one looks perfect. And as we're starting to build up more of that original 13 lineup, having her with Stalker and Snake Eyes is going to be really cool. So hopefully we get Flash soon so I can get my original 4 Joes. 80s Kid says, I'm excited for Duke, Scarlet, Torch, Doc, Leatherneck, and Starduster. I feel like I forgot. Totally neglected to say Quick Kick. I think I did, but if I didn't, him. And Torch, since we've seen him now. Oh, gee, that'd be awesome. I really want Mayfax to make a Jack Kirby New Gods line. That'd be awesome. And Mayfax actually make a big Barda. I mean, that's one I feel like when McFarlane gets around to her, she'll actually be big and totally out of scale with everybody else, which should make her great for big Barda. So, yeah, I would love to see what they would do with the New Gods. That would be really fun. McKay says old school, analog, physical library, please. I still use a 9-foot corded DJ headphones. Judge Dreads, what model kits are you going to start? Figure nerd Thomas Winnegar with the tall ears and the red eyes. Put Martian Manhunter's red and black shoes on him, and he's fire. Dark Knight 297, Tim Drake being the same height as Batman and taller than Superman is insane. Absolutely insane. FTC Lions, BK, what's going on? Greetings, everybody. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Hoping everyone is having a great day/night. Day and night. I am. Hopefully you are as well. RCC Reviews. Love how that new Hal Jordan looks. Hope going forward, all the lanterns have similar colors and designs. I need John Stewart next. And then after him, the one true Green Lantern, Guy Gardner. I was wondering that too, Henry. I wonder why the Green Lantern, Batman, and Aquaman figures are under the DC Direct banner. Very good question. I wonder if that has something to do with them also being available at comic book stores, like a direct kind of deal to them where they don't have to do anything special to order them. Maybe that's the case. I don't feel like I've seen any DC Direct anywhere else but comic book stores. David would love some new Spawn figures from Ty. I'm sure he'll get around to it. Lawson, I mean, Multiverse higher-ups could just check the animatronics to make sure all the heights of figures scale right with other figures in the line. It's just that easy. Don't get being that lazy in-house. Sure. Keith Feinstein. Hey, everyone. Finally caught a stream. Glad to see you, Keith. Kelly Cox says, I think Kilowog is exactly how I pictured him, but why another Kyle? No, I'm about to now, actually. Ryan, my thoughts on the Legend stream for the 20th. So before I get to that, let's talk about some bad news. On the Hasbro front, Hasbro is reporting 20% revenue drop, issues downbeat 2024 outlook. They reported a more than 20% hit to its fourth quarter revenue and issued a downbeat 2024 forecast Tuesday morning. For the last 3 months of 2023, Hasbro lost $1.06 billion, drastically wider than the year ago losses. The company now expects to cut $700 million in costs by the end of 2025, which is so weird because Chris Cox said, we're going to make so much money with Hasbro. So it's really wild and crazy. So they're losing money. Hopefully, this does not lead to more layoffs because in December, they laid off 1,100 employees after already cutting 15% of its workforce earlier in the year. So that's not great. We definitely want to see people losing their jobs, especially because most of this was because the big higher ups were like, oh, more money. It doesn't really seem to be that this has been due to action figures. So I guess on that end, it's good for us, but it seems like they're losing money on other assets that are costing them heavily. How that's going to impact us on the action figure front remains to be seen, but hopefully this is the last time we have this news to report and, they figured this thing out, drop prices, have sales, do whatever it takes to get this product rolling again and have them in stores like Target and Walmart. Order all the waves, not just, oh, here, we'll order every other one. When the other one is the comic book waves, they'll more than likely sell faster than some of the others. Judge Dredd says Hasbro is his own worst enemy. Yeah, man. It's I don't quite understand why they make some of these decisions, but yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, so anyway, I guess today we got the big news that it's been a while. Time for another live stream. Marvel Legends this Tuesday, 11 a.m. Get your wish list ready. What do you want to see? Spoilers, probably not going to be a lot of Wolverine and Deadpool stuff, but what could we see? What do you want to see? What do you expect to see? Let me know what you guys think. Lawson says, seems like Hasbro's new captain is sailing the ship right into the reefs. Yeah, I mean, since this guy came on, he has been like, oh, there's another iceberg. There's another one. Oh, sorry, hit that one too. It's kind of frustrating because we've been collecting Hasbro stuff for a while. We know because we're so great at this, but we have a pretty good sense of what works, what doesn't work. And it's more important for them to do things smarter than they have. And appeal to us as the people who want to buy their products and not the stakeholders, the shareholders who are just like seeing dollar signs like they're in cartoons. Skew Raider says, Deadpool 3 and merch should help Hasbro if they drop good waves. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Would those good waves be like the Deadpool, Wolverine, Fox, Fantastic Four? Would that work? Would that be something people would want to see or what? It's crazy. McMurphy, thank you so much, my friend, for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate you. Jeffrey, thank you for all you do. I'm always here for the Joe coverage, but I love your topics regardless. Even if I don't collect DC McFarlane, you're the best toy streamer. Keep it up. Thank you so much. There is a ton of awesome people talking about figures, and I'm happy that you think I'm one of the best. I really appreciate that. Wasp, baby. That's one that we could get some more information about. We've got the tease. We've seen her painted up. Gotta get some pre-order information on her. That'd be cool. Secret Wars 2-pack. Make it so. Change of Times or Hasbro's worth worst enemy. I agree, Keith. I feel like they need to get a better sense of what is working and stick with that as opposed to just charge more for stuff. I'm glad you're back, Snake Eyes. G-Brew, X-Men figures. I want to see X-Men figures. Give me that Rachel Summers they've been teasing since 1756. X-Men and Fantastic Four for the recovery. We know we got the Fantastic Four movie coming in 2025. Still a ways off. And based on how they've been syncing up the movie figures with the actual release date of the movie, probably not going to see Fantastic Four movie figures or Fantastic Four characters. They'll slot in some comic book ones in there until probably March, April 2025. So anything we get between now and then is going to be a bonus. Hopefully we will, though, because there's still plenty of Fantastic Four characters that we need to see. Finish the Frightful Four. Thank you. Lost and one classic Rogue figure with their original look. Yes, the two-tone green with hood and short hair. Yes, we got to make her younger, though, not the old true version of Rogue Blade. We got to do that. G-Roo, I want all the Rogue costumes and figure forms. All the Rogues. Well, which one do you go with first? Captain Boomerang, Trickster, Weather Wizard? Think about it. Snake Eyes wants to see Marvel Legends Deadpool 3-way. I'm not going to show those. We haven't seen Wolverine yet, so no chance of seeing anything on that front yet. 80s kid, I'm predicting. 97, Wave 3. MC Wolverine, Astonishing X-Men, 2010 era, Wave, Secret Wars Wave. I mean, do we even need an Astonishing Wave? I mean, we need Kitty Pryde scaled down because the one they gave us way back when, is that Wave 2 or Wave 1 of the X-Men waves when they came back? She's too tall. So we need Colossus, we need Kitty Pryde, we need Cat Beast, we need a we're so sorry we botched this figure, we'll fix it. Emma Frost redo like they did Tigra. And Wolverine, so maybe they do need a whole wave. I thought that'd be fine, but yeah, they can easily do a couple other figures and call it a wave. Maybe Beat and Danger. At least straight right there. Cassandra as well. Secret Wars wave would be great. I would love to see that. Rogue, like we've mentioned a few times. The Wrecking Crew, Absorbing Man, Titanium Volcano. Still a lot of characters still left in this thing. Kelly Cox, best year for Hasbro figures. 2023, said nobody. I mean, the crazy thing is their profits were zooming along. They didn't take into account they're zooming along because of COVID. And COVID's over, and now they need to pivot and fix things. But we'll see what they do. RCC reviews. I love to see a new Punisher figure. Put him on the Spider-Man retro card with the gray trench coat. Yeah, you know, they keep cranking those out. Maybe he's a part of that VHS wave, and they pair him up with one of the numerous villains. Maybe Chameleon. We still haven't gotten him in his animated series look, so maybe that's an option for him. Uncanny X-Men 173 is my first comic I ever bought. Wolverine and Rogue on a mission. She just joined. It was not yet trusted. I know everybody's giving her the, I don't care if Xavier's down with you. We're not. She was getting a really icy cold shoulder. It's like Bobby Drake was in there or something. Figure nerd, what's the most hype you've ever been for action figures? I think for me it was the Metal Gear Solid line with Tom McFarlane back in '99. Most hype. I want to say probably DC Classics because we had gotten DC superheroes and they were really fun, really good figures, and you know we're stuck with Batman and Superman and their respective families. Those figures were so good. But when Mattel announced we got the Four Horsemen to do the whole thing, baby, everything's fair game. That was awesome. And I was really hyped at the possibilities. And I think for a long time with that line, they really executed exactly what I wanted. So that was probably the most excited I was. Maybe second was JoJo Classified Series because you know we've been wanting this line for so long. We had Marvel Legends, had all these other lines that were 6-inch, Star Wars, Black Series, they were great. It was like, when are we getting JoJo in this format? And we did. He killed this line. So yeah, actually I might flip it, but for the sake of non-recency bias, I'll say DC Classics, and then G.I. Joe Classified series. Spider-Man and Vulture. Man, we do need that one too. X, Secret Wars She-Hulk, please. We need a better She-Hulk in comic book form, and getting her in that attire would be really easy because that way they could just sneakily do another repaint and have her in Fantastic Four colors. Ski Raiders with me. Please, a good comic She-Hulk. Absolutely. Lost. What was X-Men 97? I'm trying to remember what that one was. I feel like they weren't quite an all-new Uncanny yet. Doc Avenger. Got the Mezco FF. Don't need any more Fantastic Four figures unless they do a clear Invisible Woman or a full Flames on Torch. That's good. I'm glad to hear you love them that much. They seem like they're really fun figures. Do you have the Doctor Doom too? Judge Dreads. My prediction, more repaints of figs. You have at least 10 of already. Maybe they're better ones. They still might sucker me in. Call it my Star Wars syndrome. Ooh, they finally figured out how to do the paint job on Luke Skywalker. I'll buy this one. But this is the absolute last time I'm buying a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. 20 figures later. Oh man, if they do this, this would be the best one. Clever. X-Men Rogues. Each and every costume she's ever worn, even for a single panel on figure 4. I'm still waiting on my Morrison era X-Men. Yeah, I feel like that would be a really easy box set for them to do but I guess they really just need to come up with a mold for Cat Beast and then they can go from there with all the different versions. But yeah, Morrison era is an easy set. Knock it out. Maybe have Zorn as a separate figure that comes outside. We get our Jean, Scott, Emma, Logan, Beast, not Danger, Zorn. I think that'd be fun. I love to see those guys too. Cinders. I just want classic black leotard Miss Marvel. She's my favorite in the 2000s. She's coming. So they've already said that she's coming. So, or have they already said she's coming? I know she's on the rumored list and I'm losing track between all these different lines if she's officially been announced. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see something about her. Maybe even Tuesday. That'd be great. Nice. Sentinels. And still only 25 cents. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Lindsay Lyons says, seeing as how Marvel Legends has been on a retro card kick of late, I bet any Secret Wars wave will be on card. But will they come with the shields? Power Man and Iron Fist 2-pack. Please make that happen. Snake Eyes. Am I remembering that they're going to do a Marvel Legends? Probably. I think you are correct on that one. GMJR30. Yo, what's up, family? On topic, anything under 30 is a buy for me. All three look good to me. They do look good. And hopefully, they will be under 30. 80s Kid says, Moleman, Graviton, Secret Wars, Spider-Man, Amazing Friends, Repack Spider-Man, Miss Marvel Warbird, and Nick Fury. Original, the Hoff-inspired version. Power Man and Iron Fist for sure. Losses, most hype I've ever been for an action figure was Mezco's Conan figure. Wasn't disappointed. My favorite figure of all time. Nice. Devin says we might get a classic looking comic book accurate Captain America and Secret Wars 80s packaging with the black around the A. That would be great. Casual Collector. Am I the only one that wants a McFarlane Big Barter? Nope. I would take her. I feel like the sculpting on his figures are always pretty good. And especially for one, he has no choice but to do a dedicated sculpt for. I think she'll be awesome. Maybe figures for that new Daredevil series. That makes sense too. Lost. Giant Size X-Men first appearance of new team. 94, second appearance. 98 was new team versus Sentinels for the first time. Great issue. That was really fun. Rick Cage, a very good Jennifer in her Fantastic Four duds. Yeah, G-Brew. A John Byrne She-Hulk would be a reveal. I would lose my mind over. X-Men 94 immediately followed Giant Size X-Men. Claremont's first issue was 94. Thunderbird died in 95. And that was such a fun run of comic books, wasn't it? Keith, most hype I've ever been for an action figure. $6 Million Man's Enemy, Mescatron. He did not disappoint. I'm old. Well, I watched that show and loved it, so we're right there in the same boat. Kelly Cox. Actually, I'd be interested in a new Danger figure. Danger, she needs an update big time. DJ Jedi would love to see a highly articulated gateway. I mean, if nothing else, he's got to be able to do the full stance where he's sitting on the rock, maybe even comes with a rock, and the whirly bird to keep doing his thing. Hasbro is so close to rounding out the Outback era X-Men. You know, they're sort of close, but I feel like there's still a lot more work they need to do, and hopefully we'll see some of them by the end of the year. Northern Nomad, what's up? How are you? Keith, my most wanted still is a Kirby style Machine Man. I wonder if we would see that again, because he hasn't had any kind of buzz. But I do like that original figure on the Bucky Cap mold. Lawson, Miss Marvel Classic Rogue 2-pack. Thinking maybe so. That would make sense. I'd buy that. Doc Avenger, no shields. Hasbro is cheap and lazy and greed. That's why the Empire is crumbling around them. Tom Finn says, please, no more Disney Plus waves. Yeah, they would really need to ease up on them. Retro Robo would love a redo of the X-Men First Class Toys R Us exclusive. Whew, how long ago was that? With a new Angel in classic gear and Professor Xavier in regular wheelchair. Yeah, that would be fun. Jim Brown. Hello, Jeffrey. In your opinion, did I miss the boat on the McFarlane Wonder Woman figure as she shipped in full force? Having a hard time tracking this figure down. Your thoughts? I don't have her yet. But it sounds like most people who have her really love the figure. So there's talk about Books A Million having the figure. I'm not sure what's going on with that. People were saying that you can fight her. Let me just try it again because I'm very curious now why I couldn't find this figure. Oh, here it is. That was easy enough. All I had to do was enter it in. So, Jim Brown. No, thank you. I don't need you. Let's see here. Let me get rid of this pop-up. All right, so Jim, here you go. Books A Million right now. Bam! Bam. They've got the classic DC Wonder Woman right here, pre-order, add to cart. So go ahead and make that move if you're thinking about her. I've heard of good things. So go ahead and grab her from Books A Million, make the move. You don't have to have any buyer's remorse in missing out on the figure. And you don't have to pay a ridiculous price. Keith, I bet the Disney Plus waves are mandated by Disney in order to get the other licenses. Yeah, you're probably right on that. DJ Jedi, Secret Wars Iron Man would be a great excuse to give us a comic accurate 80s roadie head. Maybe an NFT wave. Please make it stop. Ski Raider, enjoy the Chris Star Marvel Legend, hoping for a ROM Space Knight. That would be really fun. Lawson, New Mutants figures, where they at? I wish I knew. They're really slow on those. And Beltran, waiting for Mayfax to make Red Hood, Lobo, Wonder Woman, and the Batman who laughs. They have to do it under some sort of umbrella theme, so I doubt very seriously we'd see anybody kind of random unless they were to do a Under the Red Hood focus theme. I don't even know what they do for Lobo and Wonder Woman, but I think that's the way we'd get them. But hopefully, I'd love to see all those characters. Yes, all of the New Mutants. Yeah. Seems like that would be really well done and well received from everybody if they would go ahead and do that. So let's get ready to wind this bad boy down. No, you're not the only one. Not even mine. I want a Rick Jones figure. So many of the civilian characters, the supporting characters, are so key and major for Marvel. So yeah, Rick Jones, I want him. Just like I want a Aunt May, Betty Brant, Robbie Robertson, Wyatt Wingfoot. I mean, there's a ton of supporting characters that are necessary. Alicia Masters. Just give us the male version of the Danny Moonstar figure. One male New Mutant buck with multiple heads. They could. I mean, that would make sense. Finish what they started. Still don't understand why they didn't finish that. So today, pre-order just came up for the Vintage Collection, Escape from Order 66, Clone Wars, featuring Ahsoka Tano, and droids R787, Cheap, and GG. And, $70 seems a bit excessive. I mean, especially when you consider we've been talking about McFarlane charging $70 for a maybe 14-inch figure, because I feel like Kilowog is pretty big, almost as tall as Kyle Rayner twice. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe he's like 10 inches. But him and Kyle have stuff, and we got droids, which are basically repaints, and Ahsoka for $70. So again, it's hard being a vintage collector out here because the prices are so high. We got Ahsoka, we got the droids. It's kind of neat. Is it worth $70? I don't know. We do think it's worth it. It's an Amazon exclusive, one of my affiliates, so you can grab it. But here they are in all of their Escape from the Clones glory. I feel like this one probably would have made more sense with some of Ahsoka's clones kind of going after her as opposed to just droids. I get why they included them, but I don't know if people are thinking about them in terms of a must-have vintage collection Order 66 set. What do y'all think? That should be like $40. I'm with you. I mean, it seems way too much. McMurphy says 81 viewers and 33 likes. Come on, boys. Let's like and subscribe accordingly. Thank you, McMurphy. I appreciate it. Blake says Rick Jones with A-Bomb, just like the Hulk Bruce Banner 2-pack. I really like A-Bomb, but if that's what I had to pay to get a Rick Jones figure, I'd wait for the clearance to buy him. G. Bruce says Danny and Magic are two of my favorite X-Men ever. They're far too underrepresented in figure form. It's criminal. Fiona Apple would agree with you, my friend. Rick Cage, best Lobo made is Storm Collectibles. Big, massive, and cigar smoking. They can't do that in commercial community box top releases. No, they cannot. Oof, that's expensive. Exactly, 80s kid. Keith, I backed the Ghost, but I refuse to buy the Sabine and Chopper set. Oh, man. They're just soaking people. You didn't get them? Oh, man. I figured that was a must buy for everybody who got that. I hope you don't regret passing on it. My Rick Jones better have a mullet, too. I mean, is there any other way? Get him with Luke Perry voice chips so he can start cranking out that dialogue. You know what's disappointing? I mean, not everybody needs to have them. I mean, I'm okay so long as the figure. I mean, like if Deathstroke didn't come with one, I think that's a little messed up. But there's enough that they have other issues than their lack of weapons. Albert and LCD. That'd be a fun 2-pack. Keith, nope. I will go with regular Carter figures. Oh, they are releasing them. Okay, I see. Lawson, what a Green Hulk Banner 2-pack. This time with Banner with no shoes, torn purple pants, and a tattered white shirt. Or no shirt, no glasses, uncombed hair, like the classic comic Banner. And then the Incredible Hulk theme song playing as you open it up. Keith, I want them open anyway. It's insane the collector's figures that come with a $500 toy don't come in resealable packs. They don't? That's weird. Do a 5-pack civilian release. Yeah, I mean, they could do that twice, and it'd be more than enough that people want them, right? DJ Jedi, most hype I've ever been to open a figure was Christmas morning as an 8-year-old opening my Lion Force Voltron. It's been all downhill ever since. Go Voltron! Form blazing sword. Yes. Classic. That was fun days. All right, so just to do this, it's easier. Hot Toys dropped another Spider-Man. Craziness, and this is wild. Superior Spider-Man. How incredible does that figure look? And just really amazing, the evil Dr. Octopus masquerading in Spider-Man's body. This is a really, really cool looking figure. I assume this from the game, but wow, it looks great. It just, I mean, they've got the eye pieces and they look nice and sinister. You got your points here, so you can put those arm attachments in and out, and you can have the plane look like that. Different web lines, very cool. Just another great version from the fine folks at Hot Toys. Just great work on the sculpt as always. This head sculpt was really doing it for me. Just an awesome job, and man, that was cool. Really great. I mean, the price is too crazy, $285. That's not bad considering what they're throwing in here with this figure, but really well done. So I'm really impressed as always with what Hot Toys does. No surprise on that case. What do y'all think? Northern Nomad, Jeffrey, I ordered the McFarlane Platinum Classic Wonder Woman with the blue bracelets. Easy for me to say. Nice. Keith, no. Did any of the classified figures that came with the His Tank come on resealable cards? I don't know. I still need to open mine. Keith, the Superior Spidey comic run was great. 80s Kid, indeed, that is Superior. Give us an updated Superior Spider-Man Hasbro. I think he's on the leaked list of figures that's supposed to be coming, so your wish might be granted. All right, well, that's everything. I'll probably be back on tomorrow doing a quick reaction video to the pricing of these DC Classics, DC Direct, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Batman figures. So be on the lookout for that. Again, I'm gonna be doing a live stream watch along with one of 3 movies on Saturday at 7 p.m. I'll post the link in here if you guys want to come through and hang out with us. But for now, that's it. I'll be back later, hopefully bigger and better than ever. Thank you as always for watching, everybody. This episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.